Hi guys, welcome back to Voracious Living. So I lost my train of thought already. This is amazing. I do this every single time. So let me just show you the space I'm working with right here. Okay, this is my little sister's Legos all over the floor. And then I was trying to move them so I could put my chair here, and I broke her house right in half. The roof fell off, the kitchen fell off, everything fell off, and I haven't told her yet because I'm too scared. So I don't know how to break the news to her, so. But anyways. Insecurity does not equal humility, and I'm gonna explain that for you today. So in the Bible, I think it clearly states that being humble is so important. It says that God exalts the humble, shows favor to the humble, and then like a bunch of other things as well. The Bible has made humility really stand out to me and made it super important to me, and I hope it's important to you too. However, even with the best intentions, trying to be humble, the enemy likes to twist your thoughts and make something that is supposed to be beautiful, something that is supposed to be good, and turn it, not so much that way. So many times humility gets mistaken as denying your gifts, denying attention, and just in general denying anything nice that anybody has to say about you to keep yourself humble. Just doesn't add up, okay? Like that just... So many times in my life, but sometimes recently, I would just like brush aside anything nice anyone had to say about me, any compliments, anything like that, and just brush it aside to keep myself humble. I thought I was just being humble. That's what I thought I was doing. However, while doing that, it actually created insecurity. And yeah, it created insecurity that was not there before. Instead of keeping me humble, it just made me an insecure wreck. Because whenever I would say like, oh, I'm not amazing, oh, I'm not talented in that area, I will believe it because the words you speak over yourself are important. Go read 2 blogs ago or something like that, I wrote about that. So the words you speak over yourself are super, super important. And so when I would deny all the compliments people give me, created insecurity, not humility. And I've come to realize that it's so much more than just a mindset. It is really a heart attitude. And it's the realization of your talents and your giftings so that you can use them to their full extent. What God has revealed to me recently is that humility is seeing your gifts, using them to their full potential, but realizing that at the end of the day, your gifts come from God, not your own greatness. It's a heart attitude, and humility will be reflected when your heart believes 100% that everything that you have is from God. Hopefully that makes sense. If we don't realize our giftings, that's gonna make it a lot harder for God to use us, because God has given you those giftings for a reason, so that He can use them and that He can use you to advance His kingdom. And if you're busy putting yourself down, if you're busy telling yourself that you're not amazing, if you're busy telling yourself that you don't have talent, to keep yourself humble, it's going to be a lot harder to be used, at least used for your giftings. But all I'm trying to say is that God has placed in you something that He didn't place in me, because we are different people, and we need to realize the giftings that God has placed in our lives so that we can be used by Him. So I think that humility looks like putting other people first, and I think it looks like mentally knowing that every single good and perfect gift comes from God. Nothing I have is separate from what God has given me. We need to learn to live life hand in hand with God, and I think that true humility is a byproduct of that. In order to be all that we were created to be, we need to recognize the giftings God has placed on our life, and we need to not create false humility, which will end up leading to man-made insecurity. I have really been working and implementing this in my own life, and it has not been easy, because I think I have made a habit of whenever anybody will compliment me, to think the opposite about myself. A lot of the times, your heart is reflected in your words. It says in the Bible, out of the abundance of your heart, your mouth speaks. And if your heart is so focused on God and is so focused on deflecting attention to Him, I think that is when true humility will shine through in your words and in your actions. God wants you to acknowledge your giftings and not ignore them, because he wants to use you in those areas. So whatever it is that you have talent in, it could be a wide variety of things. God wants to use you in it. And yeah, so just recognize your giftings, y'all. Come on. So see your giftings, embrace them, and next time somebody compliments you, just take it. Take the compliment, because God made you amazing, and darn right you have talent. I get blown away whenever I think about this and talk about it, because there's so many layers, and obviously I don't think I can fit it all in this, but those are kind of the main points I wanted to talk about. But yeah, just like believe it about yourself, and I don't know, it's good stuff. And I'm talking about it, and like I'm just like getting all these things right now from God, and it's kind of cool. So maybe there'll be a part 2 to this, because I'm like, oh, that's a good one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this spoke to you in some way or another. I hope that you realize that you are unique and that you are incredible, and that you should just take that compliment. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them. You can feel free to contact me on the contact me page on my website. I also have an Instagram and a Facebook, so you can DM me there. I'd love to talk with you, and yeah, so thank you again, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.